here to tell you about the cutting and how to prepare for the Quilt-A-Long. If you haven't got your kit or your pattern, you can do either and still go along with us. If you just get the pattern, you need to get your own fabric, and you can use any fabric you want. The fabric I used is right here on the pattern and displayed behind me. This isn't the actual quilt we're going to do because this is a queen size, but we're going to do a lap size. It's going to be 54.5 by 67.5. And this is the kit that you'll get if you purchase the kit. There's extra fabric in here in most of the colors. I think every one of them has extra in case there's any mistakes that you make along the way. And you have extra to cut. And so here's all the colors you need to match the colors I have in my quilt. So let me just tell you about what you need to know before we get started, okay? So here's the pattern book. And on the first page is information you need to know before you start. And like some of the things are, the pattern was done using 8 solid fabrics in addition to black and white. And I chose one color that I got a dark and a light. I got 4 colors that I used a dark and a light. And one of those was contrasting colors because you need something to break up to show the different stages of the block. I think it looks better that way. So you can see all your different, the way the block is put together. So you can also use fat quarters. If you do, you'll need about 10, and you'll have to I can't say that. You'll have to use a different variation to do it. If you use the fat quarters, you should cut as you go, because my cutting directions are for the colors I used, for the 8 colors with black and then black and white, so a total of 10 colors. So I cut, this is the way I do it. I cut by color. I have done it cutting as you go, and I found that a little more difficult because you don't get a really good usage of the fabric. You waste a lot of fabric. So I cut as I go, and I've got it all listed on this page. Here is the white, here is the black, the gray, the taupe, the dark blue, and it goes on, right? And while I'm cutting them, and I want to find a better way, but I put sticky notes on it. Like I say, this is my C color, and this is a stack of 4 2.5 by 5.5. And then I stick them in these little cases like this. Like I've got black and white in this case, and they're all marked. And then I've got like the gray and the taupe in this one, and so forth. And they're each size is listed with a sticky note so that I can keep track of all the different colors. So the next page is your block, okay? And we'll get started with that on the first day of February when I post the Quilt-A-Long first block pattern. And then I would cut, so in the black, sorry, let me go back. In the black, I cut the sashings and the borders first. And when you're cutting the 1.5 by 12.5, I did that first because you have these pieces left over, and you can use those in your other cuts. So that's what I do to get ready. If you have any questions, you can email me at quiltedhearts@gmail.com. Okay, thank you. Can't wait to get this started.